Welcome back, everyone, to another great show with Sean Unboxing and special guest Elmo. Elmo is a big fan of Inoue. You know, the Japanese, they love anime, so Elmo's all over it. So today, Elmo is going to be co-hosting the show, looking at the monster make a statement once again. Obviously, we've already had fights so far on this card that weren't telecasted. We're just going to have the two main events that are going to be shown, I suppose. And so I'm going to be talking about both of those and watching along with you. So stay tuned to that, and we'll obviously get back to you in a minute. See you shortly. Welcome back. So earlier today, we had a Japanese fighter, very highly ranked fighter at 140 pounds, Andy Hiroko, who was fighting Ismael Barrasso. Some of you might remember Barrasso. He is a fighter that lost what's-his-face, Krola, for a world title, which obviously we had Krola end up going on to fight Lomachenko afterwards. Then he ended up getting robbed in a Rolly Romero fight, where most people feel the judge jumped in and stopped the fight, even though he was the guy winning the fight. But we know that obviously the PBC was hoping to have Rolly Romero become the champion, which they did. Then he obviously got beat by Isaac Cruz. Today, as the top ranked fighter by the WBA, Barroso went into fight against Andy Hiroko to guarantee them the WBA mandatory position at that weight class. And Andy Hiroko went in there and stopped Ismael Barrasso, I think, in the 9th round, in what I think was a pretty exciting fight. If I'm not mistaken, I think both guys were dropped during this fight. Obviously, I only saw short little highlights on YouTube, so I wasn't able to watch the whole fight. And then, of course, we had Jin Sasaki, another highly rated 140-pound Japanese fighter, who was in with, a good opponent, a passable opponent, but not really a guy on the level of Ismael Barrasso. And he did exactly what people expect him to do, getting him out of there in 7 rounds, stopping him. Obviously, the only loss on Jin Sasaki's resume is previously a loss to Andy Hiroko early on in his career. So, today we still have some big fights coming on. We have Yoshika Takai defending his title, 118-pound bantamweight world, Diego Higa, in what should be a very exciting fight between two very good Japanese fighters. And then obviously the monster, TJ Deone. Most people feel Doheny is going to get his ass mopped, but nonetheless, both guys looked really good on the scale yesterday, and it should be a fun fight to watch. Iceman's in the house. What's up, my man? Finally, hey, Gary. Salute in the building. Hard recoil. Ismael finally looked old tonight. Barrasso got beat up. That dude is tough. That dude is tough. Well, which dude? Hiroko or Barrasso? Obviously, going into that fight, a lot of people didn't even know Barrasso was fighting on this Japanese card. I'm sort of watching Boxing Wave. If you're not subscribed, you should check him out. Very cool guy. One of the few YouTube guys that actually is not full of shit and a complete fanboy. He didn't even know that Barrasso was fighting on this card. So I feel a lot of people probably felt the same way. They don't know too much about Andy Hiroko, but this was a good opportunity for Hiroko to make a statement, put himself in position to earn a WBA world title fight, and potentially give Japan one more world champion. Drunk Irishman's in the house. Who won, in your opinion, Sumaki or Tsukawa? It was a close fight. To be fair, I didn't see it when I came home from work. When I tried to find a feed, all my feeds said the fights weren't starting for an hour. So I didn't even know that these prelim fights actually were even happening at that time, or I would have probably searched harder. I used the opportunity to take my dog for a quick walk and grab a coffee. And then when I came home and tried to find it, it still said the fights weren't happening. But when I looked on YouTube, the Hiroko-Barrasso fight was already in the midst of happening. So at that point, I did check and see that Shinmaki got the decision over Tsukawa. Hopefully we'll be able to get an opportunity to view that fight somewhere down the road. But as far as who won, at this point, I have no idea. at all. Hiroko, the guy who fought the Australian. Hiroka, Andy Hiroka. So it should be a good night. I expect this 118-pound world title fight between Takai and Higa to be quite the war. Higa was a 100% KO ratio guy when he was champion down at 108 pounds. I think it was 108. Obviously got beat when he stepped up to face Rosales, Roman Gonzalez's nephew. And then from there, he's kind of been hot and cold, right? Obviously, when he moved up in weight, he didn't seem to have the same power and obviously wasn't as dominating or destructive as he was previously. And then his technical flaws started to sort of showcase a bit more. But he's fighting Takai, who in his own right is a very hard puncher, but technically a very, a guy that needs to work a lot on his overall ability. Gary says, I'm rooting for TJ. Used to spar him when we were in our teens. He's a sound man. Happy for him to get a huge fight. Exactly. It's good for him. Obviously, he's been around for a while. His fight with Danny Roman was a great fight. One of the fights of the year that year. Very, very entertaining fight. If you've never seen it, go find it on YouTube. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Quality fight. And obviously, he had a few missteps, right? But shows that he's a tough motherfucker. Obviously, in Japan, he's been doing very well, right? Winning, I think, 4 fights in a row. So the reason he's getting this opportunity is because they know his name resonates with Japanese boxing fans. Of course, American YouTubers that are just looking for a reason to hate on Inoue, they will continue to hate on Inoue. It doesn't matter who he fights, whether it was Luis Neri, whether it was TJ Deone, whether it's MJ Akhmedov, it don't matter. They're still going to find a way to shit on him, discredit him, and hate on him. So, I don't think he's too worried about that side of the pond. They've already shown that they are fucking mental cases when it comes to boxing. The first 2 fights were very entertaining to me. Well, Hard Recoil, you're a lucky man that you got to see both fights. I'm disappointed. I would have loved to see the Andy Hiroka Barrasso whole fight. And as far as the other fight, I'm not so familiar with those 2 fighters. What's the name? Toshika Shimomaki, who is 19-1, 3 draws, 12 KOs. 27-year-old southpaw, 5'10.5", 68.5-inch reach. He fought Yu Tsugawa, 13-1, 9 KOs. 24 years old, much younger. Also gave up 3 inches in reach as well. So you could see that fight on paper was going to be entertaining. It definitely looked good. Both of these guys obviously haven't been in with the best level of opposition, but for a domestic Japanese fight, quality. What were the scorecards? 96-93, 96-93, 97-92. Japan Boxing Commission, Japanese Super Bantamweight Champion. So, it looks like the right guy won, at least according to the judges. All of them had him winning. So, anybody that saw the fight, let me know in the comment section. What do you think? Did you think the fight was that close and that competitive? You think the blacks are watching the monster be great? Some, yes. I just said Boxing Wave, a real good YouTube channel out of New York. He's doing a live right now. He's a quality guy. He does not let race get involved in him being a boxing fan. Harder Cole says, you sparred Doheny? That's crazy. Crazy. I'll be back in a minute. I just need to grab a drink. Since we're watching boxing from Asia, it's the perfect time to drink some Asian beer, Cass, from Korea. This is the good thing about watching fights from Japan. Not my undies. Yes, in my tidy Tidy Blueies. Cheers, all. You know, usually you guys get to have beers and watch boxing at night. This is my opportunity to turn the tables on you. So, Gary, what gym did you spar Doheny in Australia, down under? You ever meet Jeff Fennick? I was a huge Jeff Fennick fan back in the day. I love that guy. He was a super exciting fighter. Too bad his hands were brittle as fuck. Bradley said Inoue will dominate this fight. He will, right? I predicted this fight will be over inside 4 rounds. But that's no disrespect to Doheny. The monster is just on a whole different level. Do you know when the Inoue fight starts? Well, there's going to be the Bantamweight fight that's first, and then the Inoue fight's going to be after. So I would say if the Bantamweight starts at 6 o'clock, the Inoue fight's probably going to start at 7. 7 my time. I'm not sure where you are and what the difference is. But let's say probably an hour and 10 minutes from now, I would think that the Inoue fight's going to be kicking off. Cheers, everybody. Cask beer is kind of like Bud or Coors. Pretty smooth. Yeah, you know, that's how I am. I'm always drinking my coffee in the morning for boxing, but now I actually get to have a cold one. What does this say? Careers before turning 32. Divisions 4 to 8. Undisputed 2 to 0. 20 years old. 19 years old. First world title win. Inoue, 31 years of age. 52, 3 and 2. 27 and 0. It's 4:30 a.m. Central Time right now. Wow, you must be West Coast. Central Time? Really? Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. Obviously, Eastern Time would be like 5:50. So Central. How many time zones? Like 5 in North America? It's been a long time since I lived there. The East Coast gets a little complicated, but I think 5 overall, 3 main ones. East, Central, and West. But I think the next fight should be the fight of the night. It definitely looks like it's going to be a good one. 4. What's NOLA? No LA. Like my shirt. I teach little kids, so they get quite the kick out of it. It's me finding my child side, even though I'm far from childish. It's hard to play with 3 and 4-year-olds all day. New Orleans, Louisiana. Ah, NOLA. I get it. Sorry, I'm slow. New Orleans. Haven't seen the monster end a fight with a body shot in a while. It's always been head knockouts. Well, you know, we had some good body shot knockouts this past weekend, right? 2 fantastic KOs to the body. So don't be surprised if Inoue ends up doing the same thing with Doheny. There you are, Yoshika Takai. He got very lucky, I think, in his last fight against the Australian brother. I felt he lost the fight, but he did get the decision. Hopefully, he's smoothing out his technical deficiencies because he's definitely a big puncher, but a little fucking wild. Barrasso lost. I'll never forgive Tony Weeks for robbing this man of a belt for what crayon eater Rolly. Fuck, eh? That's the true crime of the situation. is that Barrasso ended up getting fucked over, all to benefit Rolly Romero, who, in most people's opinion, is a fucking crayon eater. That's the only reason Rolly is somebody that people actually want to see in fights, because they just want to see him get his ass beat. I've kind of said the same thing with Canelo versus Berlanga. I know people are hating on that fight, but it's a similar situation, right? You know, people don't really like Berlanga. They would love to see him get fucking flattened. The same as Rolly. What's your pound for pound top 5? Mine is Usyk, Inoue, Loma, Canelo, and Bivol. Right now, look at you. Dude, man, you're showing some fucking bias, I think, in your breakdown right there. Come on, what's wrong with my feed? Don't fuck me over. It's not my fault I can't get a paid feed living in Taiwan. You figure I could, since I'm next door to fucking Asia. Shouldn't be that complicated to watch a fight in Japan. Right now, I have Usyk, Crawford, Inoue, Tank Davis, and I had Bam Rodriguez. But then under that, Canelo, Bivol, Beterbiev, Lomachenko, and then at number 10, it was kind of up in the air. It could be obviously Junto Nakatani or possibly Shakur Stevenson. Tank, well, you know, we can all agree that Tank Davis has been protected and hasn't been put into the fights that we would have liked to see him in with. But we also can agree that Tank is one of the most explosive, exciting fighters in boxing. And he's done exactly what he should do against the opposition he fought. You can compare him to Golovkin, right? Golovkin didn't always get the fights with the fighters we would have loved to see him fight. But the guys he was fighting, he did exactly what he was supposed to do with them. He dispatched them in fucking super exciting fashion. And obviously, until you do get the big fights, you know, we can only go on that. I mean, obviously, I want Tank Davis in big fights so he can prove it against the elite level opposition. And that's why, you know, he's like number 5, Ban, number 4, Bivol, could be potentially above both of them. Tony Weeks had done so much damage. Yes, he did. What's up, Jag? Elmo. Beers with Elmo. Beers with Elmo. This is great to finish work with screaming 3, 4, and 5-year-olds all to come back and fucking suck on a beer to watch fucking some good fights tonight. Can't get better than that. What do you guys think about what Turkey Alashik is saying about pay-per-views? I think what he's saying is fair. This is always what I said. I don't think it's a problem that you have pay-per-views, but you need to make it reasonable. So that when you show like $29.99 on TV, people will be like, $29.99. You know, I bring one friend over, and that's like $15. It's not a big deal at all. And I think if you did it at that price range, which it used to be, under $40, people would buy pay-per-views. You wouldn't be having the same problems you're having. Nobody wants to spend fucking $90 to watch Canelo versus Berlanga with that terrible undercard. Or Tank Davis fighting fucking what's-his-face. You know, a fighter who's already been exposed multiple times, right? You know, if you're going to make pay-per-views, you got to at least be reasonable, and you got to understand the fan base. They're just like fucking killing the fan bases with this overpriced. At least the UK, they're more reasonable, but the States, what a bunch of fucking leeches those guys are. Junto over Shakur and Tank. You have Junto over Shakur and Tank? Well, don't get me wrong. I like Junto a lot, but Shakur is same as Junto, a 3-weight world champion. Neither, you know, Shakur has been unified. Junto has never been unified yet. Tank Davis is obviously right now a 2-weight world champion. Obviously has never been unified, which is a criticism towards him. Because, I mean, you know, if you've never unified, there's always questions about really how good are you? Or how shit are you? Where are we? Top Rank had the cheaper pay-per-view a couple of years back, but I can't remember how it did. Who's fighting right now? This is the bantamweight fight between Takai and Higa. It's going to be a good fight. Both guys are big fucking punchers. Both vulnerable, both susceptible. $50 pay-per-views is the most I'll pay. Like $50, right? If it's like a huge pay-per-view, is more than fair. Hi, Sean. We just had Nikita Zoo card last week, and that was $70 for a prospect with 9 fights. See, that shit's fucking crazy. Like, I saw it free on YouTube in replay. I think I saw it somewhere, and it was a good fight. To be fair, the scrap with the guy he faced was really entertaining, and I think Nikita's definitely looking better. But if you're fucking fleecing Australian fans for those kind of prices for such a limited fucking card, you're gonna kill the market, man. Kill it. Obviously, there's a lot of rich fucking miners and people in Australia, so they can afford it. But for the common man, yeah, that shit's ridiculous. What happened to your channel? You have 700 subs. I remember you had like 6,000. John Boxing had me closed down because I exposed his blatant lies. When he said that Inoue would become pound for pound #1 if he beat Stephen Fulton, and then ended up having him around 7th or 8th after he did it, and had Doheny at #2, and I exposed that. He fucking got in his feelings and closed my channel down by throwing out fake bullshit, and somehow YouTube falls for it and buys into it, because literally me using his audio is no different than fucking 99.9% of people on YouTube. Like, I literally watch people review songs and review movies and review videos, and they play the whole fucking thing. But that's okay. But me using somebody's audio and obviously responding to the audio, that's an issue, even though the same person that accused me did the same fucking thing. I remember King Vision pay-per-view, $29.95 to $34.99. That guy probably said he felt threatened and he was the complexion for the protection. Well, that's true. John does have the complexion for the protection. We know that. If you're black, you can do no wrong in the US of A. Here we go. Diego Higa with the puncher's gloves. Clito Reyes. Whoever lands the punch first, that could be the end in this match. John Boxing Channel, a joke. He praises Tank, yet hates Inoue, Chocolatito, and GGG. I know. Explain that to me, right? I praise Tank. The only criticism I have is that he hasn't fought the other top fighters in the division. He defends that, but then says he's unbiased, right? Yet anything that Chocolatito or fucking Inoue or Lomachenko or Golovkin or Canelo does, then of course he's going to shit all over it, right? I mean, Shakur Stevenson is fighting the second guy in a row coming off of a loss. Imagine if Inoue did that. He hates on Chocolatito because he fought a guy that had for beating Kell Brook. Kell Brook fought 7 dudes with fucking double-digit losses. I mean, anyone from the UK, Drunk Irishman, you can attest to it. He fought some real fucking straight-up bum-ass dudes, man, in his move up to welterweight championship. Is there a link to this channel? To the channel right now, my channel, what you're watching now, or to the fight? Because the fight, I'm just watching it on Sports Surge. Sports Surge tends to have good, easy to find, not a lot of fucking pop-ups type of stuff. Oh, the John guy. Yeah, just write in John Boxing, the greatest. Inoue becomes a 2-division undisputed champion. John hates that, but praises Tank, whose greatest accomplishment at 135 is him being elevated to the WBA champion. And the funny thing is, it wasn't long ago when John was hating on Roman Gonzalez, but was saying that Inoue was his favorite fighter. But then, of course, once Inoue is being praised and compared with Bud Crawford, now, of course, all he has to do is talk shit and hate on Inoue. Because heaven forbid somebody sees Inoue as good or better than Bud Crawford. I mean, nobody could be better than Crawford. He's black. And we know blacks are the best. John Boxing, the greatest. I used to spar him in the amateurs. He was a decent amateur. I never thought he'd be in a fight like this. Doheny, I mean. Here we go, the champion, Takai. That's a crazy fucking jacket. I knew he's probably pound for pound king right now. He's definitely right there, right, with Crawford and Usyk. All three two-division undisputed champions. Like, that's all you gotta fucking pay attention to. All three of the fighters that most people have in the top three are two-division undisputed champions. Not everybody fucking does that. Actually, nobody's ever done it except for these three fighters. Tank has one win in the top five at 135, which is Frank Martin. Ryan Garcia was rated in the top five, two, but he hasn't fought at 135 for over 2 years. Tank's handlers knew he outgrew the division and drained him. Belts mean nothing. Next video, belts mean everything. Laugh out loud. Exactly. Depending on who he's talking about, right? If Tank Davis goes up and fights what's-his-face, who just beat what's-his-face for the WBA title and becomes a three-weight world champion, he will praise Tank Davis for becoming a three-weight world champion, chasing a title. He literally was praising Devin Haney for going up to welterweight to fight fucking, what's-his-face, Mario Barros, chasing a title. Inoue got like 3 wins in the top 5. Prissy at 122. This dude's collar needs popping in the fight. See who Takai's trainer is? Ex-world champion who Roman Gonzalez fucking destroyed. Yagashi. It's crazy now that you say it, that top 3 pound for pounds are two-division undisputed champions. Yeah. Like, let's give fucking guys credit for doing fucking something historical, right? That's what real fans would do, not try to find ways to downplay and dismiss people because of their skin color. People put too much stock on the 4-belt undisputed garbage. Unification rarely happened back then, as one of the fighters would usually vacate one of their titles. As long as you're lineal, you are undisputed. Who you got in this one, mate? I think Takai is probably going to win. The other guy was a good fighter at 108 pounds, but since he's moved up, or maybe it was 112 where he was champion, one of those two, he ended up getting exposed as really just one-dimensional. And he hasn't looked that sensational, right? Fought a lot of mid-tier, low-level guys. So I think Takai might not be that technically great, but his team is smart enough to know they're putting him in with a naturally smaller fighter who technically is just as flawed as him. And his power should be bigger at this weight class because he is naturally the bigger fighter. Sean, why didn't Pernell become undisputed? Was the WBO not relevant back then? Well, the WBO, right, wasn't recognized by everybody there for a while, so that might have been the situation as well. But also, like, you know, people say, like Evan was saying, a lot of times that wasn't what people were really interested in, and fans weren't really pushing it so much. You didn't hear so much people talking about undisputed, of course, until Bernard Hopkins did it. And he did it strictly because he had nothing else to do. He couldn't get big fights because there was no big opponents at middleweight. He had to wait for the welterweight guys, big name, pay-per-view stars to move up and challenge him. And so, you know, prior to that, what could he do? Just unify all the titles. That was the only thing really available to him. And that's why guys like Pacquiao, Floyd, Ward, and other great fighters, they just weren't too interested. They didn't want to fucking get fleeced from the sanctioning bodies paying all that money to them and then have like fucking 4 mandatories and all the political bullshit you have to deal with. 28, 9-0 with 8 KOs. So after today, he's going to be 10-0 with 9 KOs and defending his Bantamweight world title. The question is, is his next fight going to be against Roman Gonzalez? Because Roman Gonzalez was talking about moving up to 118 to try to become a 5-weight world champion, which would be historic. And so he could fight Nishida, the WBO champion, who's a very technically good fighter, a very slick boxer, or he could fight this guy, who is a hard puncher, but very, very, very technically fucking flawed. Higa, 21-2, 19 KOs, 29. 3-1, 3 KOs in world title fights. Obviously, his one loss came to Roman Gonzalez's nephew. Tank Davis has never fought a top 3 Ring Magazine rated fighter. Maybe Petraza was the top 3 very briefly, as guys like Mira and Salido retired, but my point still stands. Tank is somehow a pound for pound. Well, it's true. It's true. That's factual. I mean, if Petraza was top 3, it's mostly because of a transition between fighters at that time. But Petraza went on to prove himself, becoming a 2-weight champion, having some really good performances at 140 pounds too. What's up, Bentley? The fight is here. This fight's going to be great. You should watch it. It should be short and fucking explosive. List with 0 wins against top 3 fighters. Here we go. Early on, it could be dangerous because both guys are big power punchers. Who's going to be able to set up their shots and land them? That's going to be the question. If you don't know Diego Higa, you can watch on YouTube him sparring Inoue, I think during the whole COVID thing, when obviously there wasn't a lot of fights going on. There's quite a few fights on YouTube of Inoue sparring different guys. One recently just popped up of him fighting a 115-pound WBO champion as well. Higa. Faintathon. High looks like kamikaze veteran. Higa. He does. He does. When I see him, he really looks like that throwback kind of Japanese World War II guy with the scruffy beard and everything else. Both guys are power punchers, right? So they're just trying to wait to get into position to throw something big. But that's the problem with both of them. They're not as good as a guy like Inoue or Junto Nakatani at setting up their shots. They're more like Deontay Wilder, right? A guy that'll lose rounds until he can actually let a big shot go. Takai establishing his long jab. Higa letting them fucking rip. Oh, that was a good shot from Higa. Almost got him knocked off balance. Champion is just waiting back, trying to catch him with fucking a big left hand. Round 1. Who do you guys think won that round? It wasn't very action-packed, but I do think Takai won that round. Look at that shot. Talk about throwing shots from fucking a mile away. I don't know how he got suspended, like lost a point there. Again, terrible fucking scoring. Oh yeah, the last round. He looked like death fucking warmed over. That guy Andy is a bum. Rayo schools him. Well, you can say that. That's fine. But we've seen Rayo get knocked the fuck out by a guy technically that's not a great fighter already in De Los Santos. So the question is, will Rayo even have a world title by the time he's forced to fight his mandatory? Chances are he'll probably get knocked out by Tank Davis before that. Round 2. But yes, Andy Hiroka does have a lot of flaws. Hard puncher, but like these two fighters, flawed. As well as Jin Sasaki, who fought today as well. Another good hard-punching Japanese 140-pound fighter, but also flawed. Technically, depending too much on power punches, defensively getting hit too much. That was a nice little uppercut in the inside from Takai. Big, crazy fucking body shot. Oh, now they're letting it go. You knew it wasn't going to take long before that happened. The kamikaze in fucking Higa is coming out. Roided up. I'm sure there's no Mexican fighters that are on the roids, eh? Just saying. If you're trying to become an elite fighter, chances are you're probably on something, whether it's to help you recover or whatever it may be. That's who I'm talking about. Which Japanese fighter put a beating on Australian? Diuretics to lose weight, yeah. Always on something. EPO. There's all kinds of stuff people use to get an edge, whether it's to help your endurance, your recovery, so you train. Ooh, that's a big shot from Takai. Good fight so far. He looks strong, but he already got knocked out by Andy Hiroka early on in his career. So looking strong doesn't necessarily mean you're good. I can't remember his name. Oh, the guy earlier on this card. Actually, somebody was saying that it was a pretty competitive fight. Rainy season here in Taiwan, you mean? Rainy season is pretty much over now. Ray Boone is our favorite sports person in Australia. The fight of the Barrera podcast said he took pills to make weight on the first fight, and he was peeing for like 3 days straight. Unfortunately, 80% are probably on something illegal. You don't get tested properly until you're highly ranked, so boxers can take what they want. Exactly. And when there's millions potentially of dollars on the table, depending on what fight you land, like you can fight a lot of bums and just have a good resume, potentially, depending on who your promoter is, walk into a big money fight, you're going to do everything you need to, right? I don't blame athletes for cheating because athletes have always fucking cheated. Literally, always. Think about the White Sox back in fucking 1890. during the fucking, what is it? I can't even think of the baseball fucking, the World Series. I was going to say fucking the Super Bowl. How long have I been outside of North America? The World Series. Oh, that was a dangerous uppercut there. I give Higa credit. He's trying hard, but I think it's inevitable that he's going to get fucking flatlined in this fight, especially now that those uppercuts are starting to be thrown, because he's definitely available to those. Very feel. What's up? I believe Brazilian MMA guys take roids like Tic Tacs. Wow, a lot of those guys are fucking shaped like it. How does Jack Massey go against Jai Opetaia, in your opinion? Oh my God. He's going to get fucking destroyed. Destroyed. Get off the ropes, Higa. You want to be the one pressuring. Oh, look at that big fucking left he threw. Bounced off Takai's head like nothing. Barroso fight yet? Barroso fought and got knocked out by Japanese 140-pound fighter Andy Hiroka in the 9th round. I'd love to see Roman Gonzalez fight Takai. I think he will fucking destroy him. It'd be kind of like when Roman fought Martinez, another big awkward puncher, and just exposed him. This fight ain't going the distance, no chance. I expect a big uppercut fucking to knock him out. Ooh. He's starting to get his range. Starting to land good power shots now. Higa is not so froggy anymore. So I'm excited that it looks like Junto Nakatani is going to unify against Inoue's brother. If that truly does happen, that's fucking great news for us, because that means an Inoue Junto Nakatani fight is not far away. Yeah, a bum trying to fight Raya. He ain't ready. Coming to America, gets stopped. He will look different without those roids as well. Higa walked straight into that right uppercut. Mad Chad, did you see the Australian dude get beat up? Nice right hook by Takai. Monster versus Junto would be fire. Fucking fire. And it wouldn't be so bad to see this guy Takai fight Nishida. Nishida is the WBO champion. Obviously, Takai is the IBF champion, I think. Woo! Boom! He turned his punch nice, eh? Round 4. So far, I think Takai's won every round, but he's definitely becoming more dominant as the fight progresses. Landing a lot more clean shots, putting his punches together a lot better. Higa is doing what he has to do. Put the pressure on him. Get him. Oh, there you go, Higa. Oh, Higa. Fucking Christ. Higa's going, oh my God. Higa hit him with about fucking 8 big hooks. Jesus Christ. What a fucking round. You got to keep that pressure on, Higa. When you're inside like that, that's where you fucking are in range. Outside, he's just picking you apart and fucking catching you with uppercuts like that. Oh, that's a nice up jab from Takai. Shades of Coda. Higa, you got to double up that jab. Get on the inside and start throwing those fucking hooks. and stay off the ropes. Junto is so overrated. Come on, Mexican G. You're fucking a mental case. We don't need to hate on people just because they're not Mexican, right? Because that don't make you look good. And it don't make Mexican fighters look good. Junto Nakatani is fucking... He's tearing people apart, Mexicans included. And the truth is, you should want to see him do well, because him against Inoue would be a fucking great fight. And it don't cost you anything because there's no Mexican involved. Overrated. He had the best KO last year over Andrew Maloney. That was devastating. The two Maloneys, right? One to Inoue and one to fucking Junto. Tank beats, oh my God, Tank beats Junto. So a 135-pound fighter beats a 118-pound fighter. Wow. I wonder if Tank could beat Canelo Alvarez. I bet Canelo fucking beats Tank. Still lost to see that fight. Well, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But the point is, every fighter has come through tough moments in boxing. That's the whole point. That's how you get better, by being in with tough fighters who challenge you, test you, and show that there's things you need to get better at. Boom! Oh, that one just grazed him. And then he opened on him. Here we go. Boom. His arms are too short. He's missing a lot of those hooks. There you go. Oh, there you go. Inoue still hasn't proven himself until he fights Sir Tank-a-Lot. Oh my God. People actually believe that. That's how fucking deluded people are. Did you hear Turkey wants Oasis to perform in Saudi? Why not? They just came to fucking Taiwan, or they're coming to Taiwan. Why wouldn't they go to Saudi Arabia? If the money's right, at this point, that's all they're fucking traveling for is payouts. Better BF beat Shakur. I bet he does. I bet he knocks fucking Shakur the fuck out. I bet he knocks out fucking Bud Crawford. Round 5. Oh, that's a nice little uppercut. You look at these two guys, and age difference is not really a big thing. But Takai just looks so much younger. His legs look so much fresher. Whereas you can see that Higa's just been through a lot more tough wars, a lot more tough fights. Oasis in the Desert. Make it make sense. That's the perfect fucking concert name right there. Drunk Irishman, you can't delete my comments here. Sure he can. I can give him a fucking wrench. I'm surprised I haven't given him a wrench yet. Only because I can't do it here directly. I need to go to YouTube. So it becomes a pain in my balls to do that. Nice jab from Higa. Double that shit up, Higa. Change your range. Head, body. Levels. Jab to the head, jab to the body. Throw those hooks. Boom, boom, boom. Don't be weak and delete comments. Don't be one of those. Well, Mexican G, as long as people aren't complete fucking douchebags, generally they have no problem having an opinion on my channel. I don't delete people just because we have difference of opinions, as long as people aren't complete assholes. Don't do it. That prick will time us all out. That's not very nice. I've known him for a long time. He's never fucking struck me as being a prick. I mean, he is Irish, but I try not to hold people's nationality against them. Actually, my Canadian brethren went in on me in the comment section because I said that Lomachenko's better than Shane Mosley because of something John Boxon said. And in all fairness, I'm not wrong. Shane Mosley's biggest wins, he fucking was on PEDs. What did he do before he beat fucking Oscar De La Hoya? Never beat anyone credible. Beat Oscar De La Hoya twice, so the two best wins on his resume. And then got beat by a good fighter. But, yeah, I think Lomachenko is easily better than fucking Shane Mosley. He's just a better all-around fighter. Sure, he's not the power puncher Shane Mosley was, but power in itself doesn't mean you're great. Some people act different on different channels depending on the atmosphere. I could see that. I'm the same everywhere. Who did Newton say he was going to give a wrench to? Drunk Irishman. Joining Jag and Iceman as the Three Musketeers. There you go. This is a great fucking top three. 2 division undisputed champions. All 3 of them, most people consider fucking pound for pound top 3. Whoever you have number 1, 2, or 3, I don't care because they're all quality fighters. Round 6. No, Newton, don't give Drunk Irishman a wrench. I had a wrench here until I went to the LDBC meet and greet. Well, that would get you fucking booted off. Because God only knows what you fucking were obliged to do to fucking Deontay Wilder. Monster ducking Sam Goodman. Oh my God. Usyk is number 1. Everybody that says different is biased. No, Mexican G. I think you're blatantly being biased. You don't even like Usyk, but I guess he's more Mexican than Golovkin and Bud Crawford. I can't even say that without laughing. Wow. Sam Goodman's going to get the fight probably in December, right? Oh, fucking the one thing about Higa, that left hand crazy hook fucking comes out of nowhere. Don't give me a wrench. Alonzo will complain forever. Why do people care about fake wrench? Who gives a fuck? People are obsessed about wrench on YouTube. That's true. Damn, this fight is good. It is so far. Yeah, I never understood the whole wrench thing. I understand if people pay to be subscribed to your channel, that you should do something for them, give them props, perks. So a wrench is obviously part of that, as well as other things that you can do. Let them come on lives and participate. But outside of that, I mean, a wrench is what? You look at those other channels, LDBC and whatnot, the dudes that have wrenches are just douchebags. They really just make it terrible even going to those lives. Because all they do is fucking dick ride for a narrative. Drunk Irishman knows his boxing, but he gets crazy. Sam going to sleep in 3. Looking forward to the movie Drunken Irish. Fury beats Usyk. How can you have Usyk number 1? Well, and that's a reality. I do think that Fury is going to win the rematch, but I'll be super impressed if Usyk gets back-to-back wins. That will be fucking... After that, I think he should just retire. Undefeated. Beat fucking everyone that mattered. Oh, Higa looks like he's on his last legs. Come on, Takai, you're letting him off the hook. That's blasphemy. Feel. No way, Sean. You're in denial. Usyk was on another level. Another level? Usyk looked like he's getting fucking pieced up in round 5, 6, and 7. I mean, Fury looked great and was fucking hitting Usyk with fucking everything. But hats off to Usyk. The dude's fucking mentally tough. Found a way to turn things around and definitely fucking deserved the win. Sean, did you hear Bivol versus Better BF and Shakur versus Cordine are back on the same card together for $15? Well, I'm glad that that that's happening, because that's obviously Turkey Al-Sheikh is listening to boxing fans. Come on. And sees fucking that shit's just ridiculous. Like, that's the stupidest fucking crap I've ever fucking heard of. How are you going to do that? No one's going to watch Shakur. They're just going to fucking poo-poo that shit and just wait to watch the free fucking unification fight. Especially UK fans. Why did they give a fuck about Cordina and fucking Shakur? That fight ain't fucking interesting at all. Well, I got a bug in my fucking drink. Get out of there, you fucking drunk motherfucker. Usyk is a monster. No tune-ups required. Definition of pound for pound. No, Usyk is great. Here we go, round 7. Let's see if Takai can finally fucking put a statement on. If somebody can actually get a knockdown. Now, I think he would be okay. He would just mess with the SBG. What's SBG? Special bus guys. Oh, nice little uppercut. I would expect him just to fucking give all the, time out all the Englishmen. But I don't know how many guys from England actually subscribe and watch my channels. I wish more. Short bus gang. Yeah, see? Yeah. I wasn't off by too much. We were talking to a South African girl that works with me, and a Canadian guy said, she said she didn't take the yellow bus to school. So he said, did you take the short bus? But of course, she's from South Africa. She didn't even know what it meant. Short bus. Let's go to Kai. You got to let your hands go. Ooh, there you go. He definitely looks like he's the harder puncher out of the two. And definitely the more unorthodox fighter. I'm in New England. Do you have any English pricks here? I don't think there's any English pricks here. But come on, Irishmen. It'd be better if we had more Englishmen and less fucking Americans. Even though they are a fucking bunch of pricks, but, I say that lovingly. We are an international online gang. You sure you ain't John Boxing or John Sean? Oh, fuck. There you go. Another fucking alias. Jesus Christ, I can't keep track. I can't keep track of fucking the people pretending to be somebody else. More Irish, less Americans. Well, there's only like 12 Irishmen fucking around the whole world, so it'd be hard to have more of them. And then all those pricks do is drink your beer and take your woman. Hey, I'm American, white American. Okay. I thought maybe you were Aboriginal there for a minute. True American. Wow. That's a great fucking picture. That was excellent. Fucking slow-mo. It's funny because I'm Canadian, but unlike most people that immigrate to Canada or the States, I don't need to identify myself as white Canadian or English Canadian, unlike everybody else that always wants to fucking identify themselves specifically. I grew up in an Italian neighborhood, so the Italians are always, Italian Canadians. Like, fuck, man, you're Canadian. Shut up. You're born in the same hospital as me. Just because you fucking are a WAP doesn't mean fucking you're any more fucking Italian than I am. I don't go around fucking with a picture of the fucking Queen in my fucking bag. Can you talk French? Bonjour, comment ça va? I come from a long line of horse thieves. Do they still have horse thieves? I come from a long line of coal miners, apparently. Northern England. Nice shots. Get in there. Higa got to work that body more. That shit could potentially pay out on that long, lean motherfucker. Sean's favorite cuss word. I never swear. It's funny because I swear so much, but then at school I don't swear. What do I say? Holy moly. So all my kids are always saying, holy moly, holy moly, holy moly. Because something in my head just clicks. So instead of saying, holy fuck, I'm just like, holy moly. What do you think Lucas Badai is the real deal? Can he really beat Keyshawn Davis? No chance. I can speak French. I surrender. Fifth generation, something about horse makes me want to get my Ned Kelly suit on. Newton is the Italian Meat Gibson. You should come to America, visit Kansas City. I haven't heard that there's any reason to visit Kansas fucking City. I don't know if I'm black enough to fucking visit Kansas City. That's kind of like going to Detroit. I was in Windsor helping a friend move into university, basketball player, and all the football players were there early. So we're just hanging around, smoking fat ones, listening to Bob Marley, and we went over to Detroit to buy booze. So I'm in a car full of like 5 brothers, and I look around and I'm just like, I'll just stay in the car. You guys go out. I don't think I need to be fucking ID'd out there in public. Detroit. I would pay pay-per-view for Sean versus John fight over any Shakur fight, honestly. Oh, come on. John is like how much younger than me and probably fucking 30 pounds heavier. The funny thing is I'm surprised the guy with the fucking Confederate flag's not here. He literally fucking threatened a fight. I'm like, dude, man, you're like 50-something years old. Get a fucking grip. Like, who acts like that when you're like an adult? Takai needs to stay off the ropes. Takai, both of those guys need to stay off the ropes. The problem with Takai is he's got a bad gas tank, so I think that's probably what Higa is working for. He saw how he was fucking totally shot in the 12th round against fucking Maloney. So he figures he keeps pressuring him, hitting him to the body by the 12th round. He can blow on that guy. He's just going to fucking timber. Round 9. I'm surprised this went this far. Takai does play with his food, that's true. But it's because he's inexperienced, right? This is only his 10th professional fight. He relies too much on his power. Keeps his chin up, kind of like Ryan Garcia. These guys are throwing fucking bombs. Hit the body, Higa. Oh, that was a big right hand. These are some tough SOBs. That's the thing. I knew this fight was going to be fucking a great matchup. Both guys, you better get off the rope, dude. You're getting fucking pieced up. He's got shorter hands. He's got all the leverage on those fucking hooks. Jesus, yes, hold him. What a thug. Loads up on them shots too. Yep. Just stay on the outside, pepper him with that jab, catch him fucking coming in with fucking the uppercut. even if TJ wins, there will be a rematch, and most likely Inoue wins that. So better just for Doheny to win to move on to 126. Why do you want him to move to 126? The biggest and best matchups for him are at 122, potentially a Bam Rodriguez fight and a Junto Nakatani fight. There's no real fucking big names at 126 right now. See, this fight is well worth watching. People that are too bitches to fucking wake up, missing out on one of the fights of the year. Body slam. Well, if Higa wins, the Rolling Gonzalez definitely should move up and fight him. Stay off the fucking ropes, Takai. Nick Ball is the best at 126. He's the best, but that's not saying much. He's a pretty fucking limited fighter. Obviously, he's probably got the best fan base behind him, so you could actually like market a fight with him in the UK with Inoue. But any of those dudes based in the States, those fights won't even fucking do anything. Americans don't care about 126. They were kind of excited when Raymond Ford had a title, but that didn't fucking last long because he lost it. Now they don't care about Raymond Ford at all. Boom. No, he's not. It's Rafael Espinoza or Angelo Leo. Between them, Nick Ball doesn't have more skills than even Ray Vargas. No, but unlike those guys, he's fought Ray Vargas, and most people feel he deserved the win over Ray Vargas. Those guys, I mean, yeah, Espinoza did beat the tough Cuban fighter, but who the fuck did Angelo Leo beat? Nobody. I can see Inoue beating Nick at 126. That'd be a good fight. You go to the UK, it'd be huge. You'd have fucking pay-per-view. Obviously, Nick Ball has a big fan base, so that would probably be the fight worth making. Hey, I care about 126. I just gave you Nick Ball. Yes, I know. I'm just saying in general. In general. Round 10. I think the way the fight's going, Takai pretty much has this fight solidified. 3 rounds to go. If Higa wins the 3 rounds, maybe it will be a draw. Maybe. I don't know if I see it that close, but maybe. If he gets a knockdown, that could turn the tables. But otherwise, I think Takai is pretty much winning pretty handily. I think I only gave Higa like 2-3 rounds out of the first 9. So 6-3. Nah, I can't. Nick Ball, too strong for Inoue. He should say at 122. Too strong. Yeah, that's exciting fight. Put it in Wembley, 90,000. I don't know if it would sell 90,000 that fight. But you could definitely put it in the O2. There you go. Back him up. Muscle him. Whenever he gets in there, just grab him and push him back. Man, AJ and fucking Daniel Dubois, that shit's good. More people should be hyping that shit up. That truly is a 50-50 fight, I think. Obviously, I'm a huge AJ fan, so I'm going for AJ, but this is not an easy fight, man. Daniel Dubois is no punk. He's fucking been in with better competition recently. Looked good, much improved, right? AJ's done well, but against pretty limited opposition. I do like his chemistry with his new trainer, and I think that's obviously been a great thing for him. But you know what Mike Tyson says. Once you get punched in the mouth, right, everything changes. I like IJ. He has some soft touches, last 4 fights. Yeah. Facts. Both guys have shown that they have some mental fucking weakness. So it'll be interesting to see if any of that pops up, depending on what anyone does. I definitely think AJ should be able to move, box behind a jab, and just potentially walk fucking Daniel Dubois into a big right hand. But, you know, Dubois is no bitch. He's dangerous. And to become a 3-time heavyweight champion, historic. I mean, Wilder made history becoming 10 title defenses. Even though fucking who hasn't made 10 title defenses? I mean, the list of dudes that fucking currently fight right now that have made 10 title defenses and get zero credit at all. You could talk about Ken Shiro. How many title defenses has he made? No one ever goes, Ken Shiro, future Hall of Famer. He's made 10 fucking successful title defenses. No one's saying that. DDD, only 25. That's amazing. And he's the best young fighter in the heavyweight division. And there's a lot of good young fucking heavyweights from the UK. I made a video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Like, subscribe, and share. I just read this morning Turkey is charging $20 worldwide for pay-per-views to make these cards affordable to the masses. I love their thinking. Everyone can afford 20 quid. I agree. That is probably the best business decision he's made as far as boxing moving forward. Now, if he can get rid of the 4 sanctioning bodies, beautiful. Wilder was the best run at title defenses. Yes, that's true. We need Bakoli versus Jang. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho, Takai. You always fucking die off late, man. You better hold, buddy. You got the worst gas tank in fucking boxing. I thought he fucking should have had a fucking standing 8 count. He fucking was held up by the ropes. 20 Australian is equal to about 43 cents US. No, it's not. About $1.40. Blood. Well, he's already had blood out of his nose. Now he's got a little nick over his eye. And I think, you know, don't worry about your fucking hair, Higa. Hit him again. It looked like you were getting him out of there. And now you're letting him fucking kick your ass because you're too busy fucking fixing your hair. Bloodied and beaten. Oh. Oh. You can't call that a knockdown. That was fucking totally a slip on the fucking... That's a terrible knockdown. You could see he blatantly fucking slipped. Well, keep punching. That's it. You got a bad knockdown, so fucking go out there and fucking beat his ass up now. Boom, boom, there you go. Drive him. Get in there. Say, don't run, you motherfucker. Higa's definitely the far more experienced fighter. That's been clear from day one. No, no way that's a knockdown. That was totally a fucking slip on the fucking decal. It was blatant, obvious. What do you think about compatriots Mimbili, Bazenian? You think they're elite? Neither are elite. Neither are elite. Wow, that's a slip. I like Usyk, but Fury versus Joshua is a better looking fight if Fury wins the rematch. I agree. Hopefully that is what happens. Like, look. He slipped right on the fucking M. Right? His back foot just slid right out of him. I mean, yes, he got hit, but that fucking punch was fucking behind his head anyway. Takai needs to what Mayweather did and get a new referee in the ring. Bad call. That was a slip. It was a shoulder hit. I think Bazinian and Mbili are both good fighters, and they're part of that good underneath group, right, of the elite guys at 168 pounds. And I want to see them all fight each other. But I think Jaime Munguia is going to knock out Eric Bazinian. Dubois, Usyk rematch. Daniel beating AJ. Usyk sleeping, greedy belly. Well, if that's the case, then Usyk should just retire. He talked about potentially going back down to cruiserweight. Maybe he could go down and fight fucking Jay Opataya. Oh, he's opening up. Takai trying to end with a big one. Well, that's good. With Maloney in the 10th round, 12th round, that dude was fucking gassed like crazy. But at least now he's seems to be the guy with more fucking energy. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, he's opening up like crazy. Wow. That's the good thing about these matchups. True 50-50 fights. I said that going into the fight. Not fucking one-sided showcase fights. Well, I think Takai pretty much has this fight. I think I've given Higa 3 rounds, so 9-3. He got the knockdown, but so, okay, I guess so. It's 9-4. Or sorry, 8-4. Oh, oh, oh. A whole minute left. What's that? He's like Pernell Whitaker. They're fighting in Japan, in Tokyo, at the Iraqi Stadium. And fucking my man, Higa is holding on for dear fucking life. He don't look like he's got much fucking left. 40 seconds, Higa. 40 seconds. There you go. Yeah, that's some dirty head behind the head punches. Oh. 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 What a fucking scrap. What a war. Takai definitely won. It wasn't a bad fight. These Japanese cards are always entertaining. To the scorecards. You think Pacheco ready for Canelo? Well, I think he's as ready as he's ever going to be. Because by the time he gets to his best, Canelo's probably going to be retired. So if you want that fight, you better fucking capitalize on it while you can. Let me get my wire. Since my power is dying. What am I supposed to do? No fucking lights? What a scrap. What's my man fucking boxing wave saying? Let's listen for a minute.
The fact that he finished the fight like that, he didn't win it. He didn't win it. I can't give Higa money. I listen, one of them nice and make a little bit of money, but he didn't win it. No, he did good. It was a great fight. It was a great fight. He won the 9, 10, 15, and 11 rounds. I think Higa at the very most won, maybe 5 rounds. Plus he got a 10-8 round. So
at the ringside, Edward Ligas scores the bout 115 to 112.
Elmo loved the fight.
And Masakusa Murase and Donrex Takdasan both score the bout 114 to 113. All three in favor of the winner. And still, WBO Bantamweight champion.
He deserved to win. He won that fight. Takai. Okay.
Once I saw 114, 113, I knew it was going to be a victory for the champion. But Tim, to me, there was 2 swing rounds, the second and the 7th. But that knockdown in the 11th round was a huge swing round for me. But I would love to see a rematch between these two.
I don't think they're going to be a rematch.
I mean, there's so many great fights between the Japanese champions to be made.
There is, man. But it's a great alert.
There's not going to be a rematch because fucking Roman Gonzalez is trying to get a fight with that guy. So why would fucking he rematch this dude when he could probably make far more money fighting Roman Gonzalez? Yes, Elmo. Elmo is the G. Elmo is a straight warrior. Elmo is a killer. Elmo in the hood. Man, these two dudes fucking brought it though. You got to give them props. How did you score it, Sean? I had it 8-4 plus the 1 point for the champion. I felt he was pretty much dominating the fight early on. Obviously, Higa had some success here and there and did well in the later rounds. Got the knockdown, but I don't think that knockdown was legitimate. But hey, what can you do? It is what it is. It didn't really play out. And then in the 12th round, he looked like he was beating the shit out of him. I heard Nonito saying they were trying to get the Chocolatito fight. I had Takai winning a close fight. Chocolatito said it's cap. He said, why will I fight him? He doesn't have a world title. He doesn't have anything I want. He said he better just fucking stay retired. Roman Gonzalez fucking shaded him hard.
Takai です。すいません。自分の中ではまだ全然この勝ちにはあんまりまだ納得できてなくて、でも本当に大悟さんと最高の試合できてよかったです。大悟さん、麦さん、本当にありがとうございました。
I would say Miss Piggy. David Clark stopped food.
It's been great that I've been fighting against Daigo in this fascinating fashion.
Yeah, baby.
一緒に練習しました。尊敬しているファイターだという戦い。まず今の比嘉選手の印象だったり感じたことを教えてください。
Please tell us your impression about Higa as a boxer in the ring because you know each other for a long time and you've been training together for a long time.
はい、比嘉選手本当に打たれ強いし気持ちも強くてガンガン前に出てきて、まあ本当にパンチも強くて自分がやられたくないことをいっぱいやられて本当にすごく強いファイターでした。本当に感謝しています。
I am so thankful for Higa. I know he's a tough fighter mentally and physically and he's done everything that I didn't want him to do.
ダウンを一度奪われました。あの時の感覚はどうだったんでしょうか。
You knocked down once against Higa and how did it feel?
そうですね。まあ自分の中であればちょっとダウンかわかんないですけど、でも。ダウン取られてもおかしくないパンチの漏れ方をしてたので自分が悪いです。はい。でもまあ本当に大悟さんのおかげで俺まだまだ上に行けるなって思えるので本当に感謝しています。まだまだ頑張ります。
I wasn't sure if that was a down or not. Yeah, but it cannot be helped because that was the kind of fashion. So, but I'm not so thankful for that Higa again that I could be even more stronger because of this fight.
肉体的にも精神的にも
Ugly as Sean saying himself, where's my fucking food, prick? That ain't true. She already got fed.
It seems like you give everything that you have in the ring tonight, and I think this is a huge victory for you.
She's just saying,
はい、そうですね
play
本当
with
に
me.
まあ本当きつい
You
試合
fucking
を
prick.
できて本当にまたもっともっと強くなれるな
Sean,
ってい
is your
う
dog
はい思いま
Canadian
した
too, or
も
did
う
you
本当
get
反
it
省
in
点ばかり
Taiwan?
ですはい
She's Taiwan
頑張り
Mountain
ます本
Dog.
当にすいません
Yes, I think this
Love
this
your
is a
dog,
tough
though.
fight,
Cheers, brother.
and
Have you
I'm
heard
thinking
that
I cannot
idiot
break
Elijah Pierce
because of
claims
this
that
fight,
Inoue
and
ducked him?
I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for the future. But yes, thank you so much.
You know, and the fucking sad thing is you're gonna have John like boxing and other fucking people actually perpetuating that. This dude looked like crap against fucking a nobody. He won the fight, but literally he fought a nobody. He's ranked in the top 3 by one sanctioning body. Like, come on. Fucking Elijah Pierce. If you watched his fight against really mediocre opposition in his last fight, that dude would get fucking demolished by Inoue. Demolished. It ain't fucking even a fight. That guy got to beat somebody fucking before he starts even fucking capping for a fucking Inoue. Why would Inoue look that guy's way? Literally. Like, there's no point talking about some dude like him because he hasn't done fucking shit in boxing. That truly they think Elijah being ducked by Inoue. Yeah, they're fucking mental. I feel this Inoue fight, Michael, the distance to Doheny has never been stopped. That's true. That's what people are hoping for, right? To see if somebody can give Inoue a tough scrap. So we go to Super Bantamweight, and let's just check this guy out. Southpaw said he won't be watching Inoue fight today while we fucking give a shit about what he does. Who cares about that fucking tool? Like, the reason he's not going to be watching is because he's fucking so cracked out, he fucking can't wake up fucking at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, right now in these rankings, Shimanaki, the guy we just saw, is ranked number 8. You go down, Elijah Pierce is currently ranked number 12, just moving above Doheny, even though Doheny was once a world champion in that division. This dude already got 2 fucking losses, right? He's 27 years old, and he just fought a guy in Jose San Martin who was fucking 35, 8, and 1. The best guy he fought in his resume was Tremaine Williams, who had already had a loss as well in a title fight to Angelo fucking Leo. Then he fought Mike Plany, who's not a bad win. Arthur Villanueva once was a good fighter, but obviously fucking old and well past his best. He faced this San Martin guy. Tough dude, only knocked out twice in fucking 9 losses. But this is a guy who had just been beaten. Like, he just come off a win beating a guy who was 15, 27, and 2. Part of that, he lost to Masood, 11-0. Kevin Gonzalez, 25-0-1. He beat a guy, Miguel Martinez, 20-2, not bad. Lost to Marcio Lara, who knocked him out in 3 rounds. Right? Lost to Manuel Navarrete back in 2018. So whenever he stepped up to top-level fighters, world champions, he got knocked the fuck out. Right? In both occasions. Literally. Both occasions where he fought a world champion, he got knocked the fuck out. That's the quality of fighter that Pierce is fighting. And struggling with and going the distance. But Inoue's ducking you. Inoue doesn't know who the fuck you are. Typical dummies. Picasso versus Miri, next great fight. Deserto, Merck, Billum Smith. I don't think he marks him. I think it's going to be a competitive fight. Probably goes the distance. Bivol Beterbiev is the fight I have been looking forward to all year since last year. Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. Quality. Quality. Let's just hope that Beterbiev is truly healthy and that knee injury isn't going to play out for him. I don't think he will, but you never know, right? One never knows how shit's going to fucking unfold. Liverpool are unbelievable. Yes, they are. Like, you look at this video fucking JB just came out with, the reality for the media-created fighters. So, Inoue, Roman Gonzalez, Golovkin, and Roman Gonzalez are media-created. The irony is, Roman Gonzalez was already a 3-weight world champion well before the media gave him any attention, right? And Golovkin, he was media-created. This is a fucking silver medal Olympian, but he's media-created. So what the fuck is Andre Ward? What did he ever do? Not a fucking thing. Lomachenko was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and a fighter literally every single major promoter was chasing. But he's media-created. And Inoue fucking is Japanese. A guy that won the World Boxing Super Series, doing the same kind of thing Andre Ward did, win in a tournament situation, became undisputed in 2 weight divisions, even though he's promoted by a major promoter, Top Rank, but he fights in Asia the majority of the time, where he's promoted by a promoter that the majority of Americans don't even know. But he's media-created. But then he's got Doheny, Tank Davis, Canelo, Usyk, and Bud Crawford as fighters that are legitimate. Even though he fucking doesn't like Usyk. He just shits on fucking Lomachenko by using Usyk. He's got fucking Canelo, but he hates Canelo. But he just puts him there because it adds some legitimacy to his arguments. But then he's got the 3 fighters he really wants to showcase. Tank Davis, media created, dick riding off of Floyd Mayweather's fucking accomplishments his whole fucking career. Doheny, the best win on his resume is fucking Lomachenko, a media created fighter that arguably he lost to. So his best win is against a media created fighter. So fucking then what? He's fucking garbage. And then Bud Crawford, you can't say he's media created, even though he was promoted by Top Rank. His whole fucking career led to 3 fucking weight world champion and undisputed at 140. Right? Top Rank fucking moved Crawford the same way they fucking moved Lomachenko, the same way they moved fucking Floyd, the same way they moved Pacquiao, the same way they moved De La Hoya. They do the same thing with everyone. Look at fucking Shakur, already currently a 3-weight world champion too. That's what Top Rank does. Fight him, Sean. You versus John needs to happen to settle the beef. You mean the Cabrera guy? Yeah, he was complaining about late notice and bigger weight classes, as well as a guy is super scared to fight Casemiro as well. And Inoue, GGG, Loma, and Choco got double-digit KO victories in world title fights. Haney don't even got 1. That's true. But see, reality doesn't matter when you talk to fucking ignorant fucking race-based American YouTubers. Technically, Mason is media created, but he won't say that because we know why. Well, of course. He's going to be media created just like fucking Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Abdullah Mason, all part of Bob Arum's Top Rank, right? Somehow Amy is seen as a legend by John when he hasn't had or will most likely never accomplish what Inoue, GGG, Loma, or Choco has. I know. That's the irony in a situation like this. Bivol having woman troubles. He should just divorce that bitch quick before he fucking gets paid for the better BF fight and a potential Canelo Alvarez rematch. Giovanni Santillan schooled him in his hometown. I commented on YouTube video, and then Elijah responded to me saying that it was a good fight. I don't know if you listened to that fool, Sean. Truthfully, I think I listened to him because he is a fool, and he's entertaining, because he's just fucking such a short bus fucking gang dude. I try to listen to other guys, but they're fucking so ridiculous that I can't even fucking listen to any of them. Ego, Dante, Fannin, the whole LDBC. Literally, it's difficult for me to listen to any of them. Even Bruce Vane now, who I like to listen to. I mean, I used to like listening to Knockout Boxing, but he's become so fucking ridiculous. All he does is talk about Tank Davis. Literally, that's all. Right? Before he talked about boxing. Now it's literally just Tank Davis. Right? And we know why, because that's where he's making money. So he's going to continue to dick ride what's paying him. And I don't hate on him for that. You do what you got to do. But what's the word I'm looking for? You know, when you don't sell your soul fucking for money. Your integrity. Where's his fucking integrity? I listen to him because he's a fool. Foundationally black American. Sean. I don't know why. Fight. Yeah. I'm a massive fan of Turkey making pay-per-views only $15 worldwide. It will allow boxing fans from Southeast Asia, China to avoid these fights. China, dude, man. Chinese fight fans can afford way more than that. And in truth, they don't need to pay much because the Chinese media, you know, what do you call it, never charges much anyway. But those fuckers got lots of money. Japan, too. I mean, if we're going to talk fucking Philippines and Vietnam and Indonesia, okay, that's true. But China, Japan, they got cash. The average monthly salary of a Chinese worker is around $2,000 US. $15 is way more affordable than $80 globally. I think the worst personally is Fannin. Only talks about the same fighters over and over again, and he was so mad Tio beat Loma and saying Haney deserved that win. He's so weird and a fanboy. Yeah, no, he's a fucking dick rider. And literally, all he does is talk about the same fucking fighters all the time. But when you point this out to fucking people, they're like oblivious to it. Like literally, we can go check out Fannin right now. And literally, like John, every fucking video is about race. Fannin, every fucking video is about Tank, Shakur, Haney, Bud Crawford, and Errol Spence. Fannin boxing. Bad news. Bill Haney trashed by Eddie Hearn. No Gervonta Davis fight. New details. Gervonta Davis, huge guarantee revealed. Update. Gervonta Davis, real reason Turkey Ali Sheik is. Right? Same shit every day. Shakur Stevenson reveals Errol Spence fight. Unreal. Devin Haney frame job on Jaron Ennis. Whoa. Gervonta Tank Davis forces Shakur Stevens pay-per-view. New update. Gervonta Davis announces training camp. Update. Floyd Mayweather warned Jaron Ennis. Arrest warrants. Devin Haney, a wanted man. Ryan Garcia. Bad news. Al Heyman freezes Terence Crawford Shakur. Trouble. Gervonta Davis record brought by Turkey. Unreal. Gervonta Davis pisses off Terence Crawford. New details. Gervonta Davis fight excuse falls apart. Bad news. Shakur Stevens fucked over by Turkey. Shocker. Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis drop titles. Shocker. Breaking. Gervonta Davis, dirty American, disrespected. Proof. Gervonta Davis forced Turkey Ali Sheik out of American boxing. It's all fucking, what do you call it? You know, clickbait titles. That's all it is. And then you go listen to it, it's fucking such a load of fucking bullshit. I told him why you call yourself Fannin International if you never talk about other countries or different fighters. Then he got mad at me, all triggered, and blocked me. Well, that's what he does, of course. These fools more retarded than fucking National Enquirer. Haney made his career projecting his own fear of fighting Loma to the American media, and they pulled with it. Haney could have fought Loma after he lost to Tio, but he went a different direction. He aged him out and still lost 8-4. Bad news. Fannin loses hair and mind on same live. Maybe you should write my titles, Jag. That's a great one. Bad news. Fannin loses hair and mind on same live. I remember he fucking lost his mind. Fucking mental case. Mental case. That fucking dude. Jesus fucking Christ. And then 78. Like, literally he's doing what everyone knows he's doing. And he does it and he doesn't care. I'm just going to dick ride fucking Spence, Wilder, and now Devin Haney. And I'm going to make all my content and all my brethren that follow my fucking lead talk about the same shit. And hype them up like they're really good. Why? Because they pay me money to fucking gaslight boxing fucking fans. Because that's what happens. Haney, Wilder, Spence, they fucking pay these channels money to gaslight boxing fans. And these stupid young fucking American dudes paying fucking money to these channels to gaslight them. It's ridiculous. Fan and non-fan. Unless it's a black guy fighting in a lower division like Fulton. Fannin only states he basically doesn't talk about fights if they are below 126. He doesn't talk about fights at all. When does he talk about heavyweights, cruiserweights, light heavyweights, fucking 168 only to fucking hate on Canelo and dick ride fucking David Benavidez, who he doesn't like. 160, never talks about it unless he's dick riding Charlo. 154, same thing. All he talked about was 147 and 135. Funny they would never debate you one-on-one. Only John did, but did poorly, honestly. Well, fucking, because John is... He fucking says things that aren't based on fact. So how can you have a debate when you can't fucking rationally defend anything you say? And then he fucking just accuses you of saying things other people said, right? That's what he does. So he just puts every fucking non-black person together, and any statement some fucking fool says on Facebook, then he just attributes that to everybody. Gervonta Davis forces Saudis out of America boxing. Your IQ has to be in double digits to see that title and watch it and believe it. John got cooked so bad he had to take care of his kids because they heard dude got cooked by Sean. He ain't got much material left. Only a couple of LDBC's backed fighters are relevant. It's more gossip fan and channel. Yeah. Like, to be fair, like, you got Haney, who might become relevant once again. You got Tank Davis, until maybe he actually steps up and faces an elite fighter. And then, of course, you got Mason, who people are jumping on, hoping to get ahead of things. But he's still a top-ranked Bud Crawford, Bob Arum fighter. You know, you're going to give him a pass, but then spent years and years shitting on Bud Crawford for being with top-ranking Bob Arum? That's a bad look. Only because there's no PBC fighters you can fucking jump on. Like, literally, what up-and-coming PBC fighter can anybody fucking watch and support? Are there any? Literally, any? Here we go.
First, here is the challenger, fighting out of Australia by way of Ireland. He is the former IBF Super Bantamweight Champion of the world. Here is TJ Doheny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Reese fucking deserves to be MVP because she can rebound. That's the same way that the people are pushing Dennis Rodman to be MVP over Michael Jordan. Kamel Moulton better get good really quickly. Well, he's not going to be relevant for probably at least 3 years, really, at that level. "26 wins, 20 KOs. Someone's got a heart on in the fucking chat section right now with this Irish music playing. How come that motherfucker is involved in everybody as a manager? Dirty prick. There's his son, suited and booted now, getting ready to take over the business, right? Before he just dressed all casual, now he's wearing suits too. Frodo is dancing. Yup, the flats. Yeah, he more than likely is, I hate to say. This guy looks like Kobe Covington. Drunk Irishman is currently necking a Guinness while dancing. Speaking of Guinness, Let me grab another beer before this fight starts. It could be over before it starts.
And now making his way to the ring, here is the undefeated four-division world champion and the defending undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world, Nagoya, the Monster Inoue.
Who wears short shorts? He wears short shorts. They're not short. They're fucking almost down to my knees. Made from bamboo. So your crotch doesn't get all sweaty and fucking gross. Living in Asia. I'll pass that knowledge on to you guys. Bamboo. If you want to avoid swamp ass, get those bamboo underwear. Made by underage Chinese slave labor. Cheers! I know I'm drinking out of the Heineken cup, but it's not Heineken. Let's get it on, people. The monster, Inoue. Come on, TJ, fuck this bum up. I just hope the fight goes longer than fucking 2 rounds. The monster, you see him in training recently, he's looking like a fucking beast. A beast. '22 with 22 KOs in world title fights. Imagine that, 22 world title fights, 20 KOs. But he's a media created fighter. Straight up bum. Can I block blank glove Newton? No. Monster should have worn that shirt, Sean. I don't know if they would go with the look Elmo. Kangaroos are some dirty motherfuckers. I just want to see fucking Newey's brother fight Junto Nakatani in December. He's got Bob Marley in his fucking corner. Yeah, I know. People say anything when they fucking had a couple coffees early in the morning. Drank half a bottle of Proper 12 yesterday. Gonna kill it today. Nice Elmo t-shirt. Thank you. The 3-year-olds loved it today. I wonder if when he wins, his wife lets him like stoop another Japanese girl just as a reward. Because if you ever heard Japanese girls in interviews, they think their boyfriends or husbands having sex with prostitutes is okay. Another reason to date a Japanese girl. Right? Yep, he's a beast. He beat that Amor Andrew guy like nothing. He was on a great run. That dude was Bob Marley, a famous comedian from Maine. As TJ wins, Ireland becomes the only country that has an active male and female undisputed champion. That's a great Inoue win. That was an impressive showing. Dream about it, drunk Irishman. I don't see that happening. The Soldier Song, Irish anthem. I'm sure this is not supported by fucking Guinness. They don't have words. They were too drunk when they wrote it. I heard you are in love with Kamala Harris. Me? Man, I wouldn't fuck her if she was dead on the side of the road. I like the Japanese anthem. This shit sounds serious. I wish we were friends. Me and Elon got a lot in common. Why he got an Australian flag on his jacket? He lives in Australia. Who? Inoue or Doheny? That guy's got hair lip. Some anthems are just good. Japan has a good fucking anthem. I'm also thinking about buying some new bamboo shorts. I'm sure he's already got bamboo shorts. He fucking comes from Japan. Sean plays basketball with the North Korean dictator. I can't play with him because he would fucking pretend he won every game. That shit would piss me off. In association with Taken Promotions and Top Rank Incorporated. They probably could get some better Japanese girls. Is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Suleiman and the supervisor Kevin New. Along with the WBA President in attendance, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, Supervisor Jose Oliver Gomez, the WBA President Francisco Von Carson, Supervisor. I just love an American holding up an Irish fucking anthem, waiting to get his fucking 10%. Introducing our three judges scoring the action from ringside. From the United States, Robert Hoyle. From Poland, Paweł Kardani. And from the United States, David Sutherland. See, once again, a fight not in America, and you don't have three fucking Japanese judges. Thank you very much, my man. Inoue. Undisputed Super Bantamweight Championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Tokyo, Japan, it's go time! Go time! Introducing you first, the defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, truly one of the great stars of boxing today. Wearing black trunks with silver trim, hailing from Zama, Kanagawa, Japan. He weighed in at 55.3 kilograms, or the super bantamweight limit of 122 pounds. With a sensational record of 27 wins, no losses, he has stacking and snacking. And making his 23rd consecutive world title appearance, here is he's just a monster, trained like a beast. Japan's serious about fucking 2D testing. Please welcome the 4-division world champion, boxing. That's what I said. When he touched his head and rubbed it like he's a little kid. Fuck, man. Disrespectful. He's thinking, fucking bust your face, motherfucker. Introducing Naoya, the Monster. Yeah, he fucking did that, and I saw that, I'm like, motherfucker. Like, in many fucking countries, if you're a Buddhist, it's very disrespectful to touch people's heads or show them the bottom of your feet. I'm like, man, he's gonna fucking beat you, knock you out to the body so you shit your fucking pants. Now he's a beast and spars with young Mexican beasts as well. That Baco guy he trained with is a pedigree, really. or a prodigy. I can't wait to see that Mexican fucking guy from the Olympics turn pro. That's also those Uzbekistanians, right? 5 fucking gold medal winners from this year Olympics. Out of 7 divisions, 5 of them from Uzbekistan. You're going to have a lot of fucking European, Eastern European, Euro-Asian fighters joining. John's going to fucking hate that. When he leaves 122, I have Vaca and Picasso fighting for that 122 king. You know he didn't like it, petting him like a dog. Fucking you know he didn't like it. Dudes like him got so much pride, man. He was like, man, I'm going to fucking beat you fucking to death. Hopefully not to death. But TJ does look like he's about 47 out there with bags under his fucking eyes. Couldn't sleep last night. Wet in his bed. In fear. He thought he had fight of the year against fucking my man. The soft punching fucking Mexican fighter. This shit gonna be different. 10th world title fight for Bensi Kovacs. Just stand out of the way. Don't get hit by a fucking Inoue shot. Yeah, John Boxing, not gonna like the new wave of Uzbek and Latino fighters taking over. About to piss blood for a month. Here we go. Round 1. Inoue, Doheny. Jumping fucking jab from Inoue. Doheny definitely does not want to make a mistake. Oh, Roxy's dreaming. Oh, did that hurt him already? Oh, look at the cute kids in the crowd. That's the problem when Inoue gets as good as he gets. You fight guys that just don't want to open up, don't want to take a risk, too defensive, too fucking afraid to fucking open up, so it doesn't give you much room to do anything. TJ Deone, I don't think you're going to win the fight if you do this. You're never going to fucking win a round. Round 1. Here you go. She's dreaming. Dreamer. Nothing happened but 1-0 Inoue. TJ downloading info. TJ is just afraid to open up, knowing fucking if he gives any fucking opportunity, he's gonna get fucking flatlined. And that's fine. Inoue can take a few rounds to fucking set something up. TJ on that dial-up connection. He's not on fucking 5G. Clear TJ around. Didn't even throw a punch. Round 2. Doheny 4-0 when fighting in Japan. Can he make it 5-0? Doheny's fighting very different than when he faced fucking what's his face in the unification fight. What was that? I'm gonna oh, he punched me in the back of the head. You just fucking tackled me, motherfucker. Not even to throw a punch. Nice body shot from Inoue. The first real serious punch landed in the fight. Wonder if he's going to be able to land a big shot to the fucking solar plexus like Junto Nakatani did. Missed wide on the outside on the right-hand fastball. Doheny's a bigger dude, too. Look, he's physically bigger than Inoue. He put on a lot of weight. You got him in the ring. Carve him up, buddy. Oh, Doheny might have caught him there on the fucking counter right hand or counter left. Got the angle. There you go. TJ talking shit. Drunk Irishman would be awesome doing some biased commentary. This is whack. All these guys just looking like they're trying to survive. Yeah, but it's understandable. Dudes think that if they can last maybe the first 3, 4, 5 rounds, then Inoue's power is not going to be as destructive. And at that point, maybe then they have a chance of beating him in a fight. It's understandable. When you're too dangerous, guys are afraid to open up on you. They don't want to fucking trade. Like he's overreacting, biting on everything. Like, look at that shit. His face is fucking busted up already. Did he even get hit in the face? TJ Deone, literally, his face already red and swollen up. And I didn't even see him get fucking hit to the body a couple times. Otherwise, it was a couple jabs to the head. When he dropped Inoue, I nearly shit myself. Well, that's why Luis Neri was a good opponent, right? Because you knew he wasn't going to try to survive. He was going to throw shots and he was going to try to fucking get him out. See, that's also a problem with getting a Sam Goodman. How do you think he's going to fight? Same as this. He's going to try to survive just like fucking lots of these dudes are. And you can do it for a while, but inevitably, it ain't going to fucking last forever. I did see the reunion. I think Junto Nakatani definitely comes to win. Bam Rodriguez definitely comes to win. MJ Akhmedov, I'm not sure with him what he would do. He's obviously a good fighter, skilled, powerful, fast, very good amateur pedigree. I knew he's trying to let him fucking feel confident. Come on, throw something. I'm here. I'll let you hit me. Come on. It's okay. Come on, baby. Throw a shot. Well, but coming in the Tapales fight, he was coming off of an injury and inactivity. So it was a little different, right? But yeah, it wasn't a great for him. Maybe TJ Dehone's going to win this round. You know, he's landed some shots. At least now he's letting his hands go. Nice jab from Inoue. To be fair, the good thing about these kind of fights teaches you patience, and you definitely need to look at things differently because it's not easy, right? You got to really sort of find a way to win. 3-0, TJ. Upset brewing. I'm working. Thanks, Sean, for the cal. No worries. Now he can just going to hesitate like he did. Yeah, this fight's important for Niall after the last fight where he got dropped. Guy's going to feel more confident to have a chance to win. I don't know if that's true. Luis Neri was always a fucking hard puncher, right? And then we see what happened after he got dropped. To get a decision in Japan takes a lot if you're not Japanese. Well, that's not true. Japan is pretty fair to be true. Remember, fucking Murata ended up losing a very close fight, ended up winning the rematch in a fight that I didn't think he lost the first fight. I thought it was a terrible decision from the judges. But it's because Japan doesn't have 3 Japanese judges in the fight. So, you know, and Japanese crowds are pretty quiet. So it's not like every time the Japanese fighter lands a punch, the crowd goes crazy. I knew he's going to destroy him. It's just a matter of time. Patience. It's only round 4. I did predict a 4th round knockout, but I also didn't think that TJ Deone would fight so neutral for most of the fight. You just got to establish your jab. Inoue, he's got a very underrated jab. One of those fights where you look past your opponent, eh? Stepping on each other's feet. Double jab, throw the right. Oh, nice shot from TJ. The veteran with a nice fucking straight left down the pipe. TJ's landing that fucking left hand consistently. There you go. Starting to heat up a bit. Good balance from fucking Inoue. He's like a breakdancer. Double the jab, drop the right and then the left. Nice body shot. He didn't like that. Throw the jab, throw another body shot. That could be the one problem that Inoue has moving forward. Starting to love your power too much. And because you love your power too much, you sort of rely on it and you don't do the things you need to do as much as you should. Right? Like, obviously, you need to continue to improve as a fighter, not get hit as much, be able to adjust your style, be more effective. Breakdancing is a sore subject in Australia. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody ever fucking identified Australia as a great breakdancing country. After all that stuff, I'm like, I know. Really? Canada won, as of course they should. We know Canada dominates fucking breakdancing. Always has, always will. Lemos and Davis. That's a good fight, man. Doheny is definitely fighting slick, but he's veteran, right? Ex-world champion. He no bum. Round 5. You got to establish that jab more, Inoue. That's the problem. His awkward moves and feints got you fucking a little awkward. You're letting him get you on the ropes. Look at TJ. He's doing a good job. Got to double that jab up. Double that jab up. Come on, Inoue. Double that jab up. And you could also go body and head with it too. Oh, nice fucking right hand from Doheny. He's doing pretty well, man. After this round, he actually could be up 3-2. I don't know about 5-0, but I definitely think he could be up 3-2. Well, that's Roy, right? Experience is something people dismiss and under fucking pay attention to. He's opened up when he's needed to. Oh. He's feinted a lot, done a lot of good work, making fucking Inoue sort of have his fucking hand sort of stuck. Stuck in his holster. Round 6. (3-2) being biased. This is a masterclass. No, it's a great performance so far. It really gives you fucking praise for Doheny. But I always said Doheny was a good fighter, and people dismissing him just didn't know anything about boxing. His fight when he ended up facing what's-his-face for unification was a great fight. I was super impressed with him in that fight. And like you say, a guy like Doheny is going to be in his best form possible in a Inoue fight. Because if he was fucking just to look good in this fight, it's guaranteeing him more money moving forward. And if he wins, fucking Christ. There you go. Straight fucking right hands. That's the punch, Inoue. You can't land the jab, fucking start throwing the straight right hand. There you go. That punch can't miss. Your jab has been ineffective, but the straight right's been fucking good. Now Inoue's opening up. See, when you look at Inoue compared to a Lomachenko, it really shows you the difference. Lomachenko, skill-wise, angles, changing levels. You know, obviously Inoue's a great fighter and has great power and speed. But technically, he's not fucking Lomachenko. TJ looks like he's tiring out. Trying to stay so mentally focused for so long is not easy. Boom. The right hand's there all day, Inoue. Well, that's the thing. He's facing a southpaw, right? So you might as well just use the right hands. You can't fucking land the jab very effectively. Good jab, Doheny. Nice right from Inoue. Hit that body. That's the punch we all think you're going to fucking knock him out with. That big body shot. He's going to shit his shorts. Well, that was an impressive performance, that round by Inoue. That is by far his best round, most dominant round of the fight. First 2 rounds, he won because Doheny didn't do anything. Round 3, 4, and 5, I think Doheny did well. You could have gave him all 3 of those rounds. That round was obviously a Inoue round, so 3-3. And you can definitely see the pressure, the pace is starting to fucking drain him. It'll be interesting to see, and the straight right is there all day. It'll be interesting to see if he can last fucking until the 8th round. Nice counter. You got to throw with him, Inoue. He throws those shots, he'll move back. Move, duck, and fucking counter. That just shows you Inoue still has a lot of things he could get better at. His infighting is not that great, as most Japanese fighters aren't. Oh, yes. Doheny's fucking looks done. What's that? Oh, he hit me in the back. Oh my God. That's a terrible fucking stoppage. The old man fucking pulled his back. Oh, that's disappointing. Just as he's getting fucking ready to fucking destroy him, the fucking old man pulls his back and the fight's over. Not the way you want to win. Not the kind of win that fucking is good. 69, right? He's like me. Oh, wait. Oh, I slipped the disc. Fuck. He was going to stop him. It was the right call in round 7. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? You could see in round 6, he was just starting to take a beating. Round 7, it was just started off that way as well. And he just jumped at the opportunity to fucking slide out with a paycheck. I fought really well. I won some rounds. I looked good. I can say that I injured myself and, I'm still involved. It seems like Inoue carried him a bit. I gave Doheny 2 rounds. I moved and I pulled a muscle. Sean, love him some Inoue. Bandit, what's not to love? You don't like super exciting fucking knockout punchers? You don't like fucking Tank Davis, Inoue, Crawford, Beterbiev? What's not to like? TJ did the smart thing. He played it off. Bro faked the back injury to get away from the assault. He knows what was going to happen. He was going to get sparked out. I feel his pain. I slipped a disc in my back taking a shit. He might have broken a rib. Man, that was a quick fucking end to a fucking fight just as it started to fucking actually pick up and be interesting. Disappointing. Inoue is hands down my favorite fighter. Inoue is that guy. Carl. What are they saying?
Tim, there's got to be a level of disappointment in how the fight ended for Inoue as he was coming on. He got the job done. It wasn't a highlight reel like I was expecting. We all have expectations. However, he got the job done. He started to come on late. I don't know why. I just have this feeling he was carrying this. I don't understand. I know Doheny, he was doing his thing. He was boxing well on the outside, and he was doing small little subtleties that was kind of confusing and throwing off the game of Inoue. However, you saw once he turned it on, it was all she wrote. But
after round 7-6, I had it 3-3.
My biggest
takeaway could see that it wasn't going to last another 2 rounds
that we saw in Inoue. Could it be that he was working on that part of his game? Yeah, look, you go back
MJ,
to the
right? It's a great
and
fight.
Again, you assess your last fight, and then you say, okay, this is what we need to work on.
Multiple times
to
throw my back out at Subway,
like he
ordering a
was
sandwich.
in there. That's what it seemed like. This was supposed to be a quote-unquote a tune-up type of fight. I didn't expect though.
It was competitive
as well as he
did.
He
came in, was sharp.
I felt like Inoue was kind of carrying him a bit. Like, I want to put on a show. I'm going to work on a few things. I'm going to try to tighten up my defense. He was catching a lot more punches with his guards as opposed to getting hit with those shots. And then he was a lot more patient. He showed more patience tonight than I've seen him in the past. Minus 65.
Who's Bam Bam?
A favorite for now.
There's no such fighter as Bam Bam.
That's the moment where the fight ended. He's right at my back.
My back,
man.
my hip.
Look. You only can carry an old man for so long. He broke down right there. Dude, he hit him with a body shot and he broke his back. Look, I hope Doheny and his team, I hope he's all right.
So how did this fight ended?
ダメージというものは、少なからず蓄積はあったと思います。まず、平日の足元の悪いお忙しい中、皆さん、会場までお集まりいただき本当にありがとうございました。
I think it was an accumulation of damage that I gave to him. But first of all, thank you so much everyone for coming to City Arena on rainy Tuesday night.
戦いの序盤から組み立て出方から比較的慎重だったな
I broke
と
my back.
見
My
て
back
い
is
いでしょうか。
broken. Spinal.
So can we say that you've been cautious from the beginning?
そうですね、今回、テーマというか、自分としてやりたかったのは丁寧にボクシングを組み立てる。
Ninth
ボクシング
straight
というものは
KO win.
簡単なものではないので、倒しに行こうと思って倒せるスポーツではないので、しっかりボクシングというものを理解して、組み立てるように今日は意識をしました。
And tonight I really wanted to continue my fight one at a time. And I know boxing is not easy. So I really wanted to be slowing down, doing one at a time, giving my opponent a damage.
レースを終えての一戦、本当に大事だというふうに望んでいましたし、相手がドヘニー選手だということで、どうにも抜いてやるよという言葉もありました。
The right.
そのあたりも含めて。
Please tell us your thoughts on TJ Deone.
She's a bit buck too,
そうですね、
but
内容
you know.
を結果として、皆さんの、満足するような、きっと期待していたような試合内容ではなかったと思うん
Like I
ですが、
said, neither of those two girls are
長く試合をしていれば、
super hot
こういう試合
looking.
もあるというこ
They
とで、
got much better
また
girls
次
in
に
the
期
band
待し
than
て
that.
いただきたいなと思います。
Probably this fight isn't the way it ended that you expected. But if I have a long career like this has been a night that we might gonna have. So please be sure to keep an eye on me and please expect me for the next match.
まだ未完成、進化中というお話で、本当にさらに楽しみになりました。我々が見ていた井上尚弥選手とがまだまだあるというふうに考えていいでしょうか。
Sam
You
Goodman.
said you are still in progress. So there's can we expect to see the new Inoue in the future?
そうですね、まだまだ未完成だと思いますし、決して今日の試合の内容というのは、自分の出来の悪さではなくて、やはりドヘニーのキャリアだったり、試合運びのうまさというものが、こういう内容にさせたと思うので、まだまだ自分としては完成してないなと、もっともっと上を目指して頑張っていきたいなと思います。
Yes, I am still in progress. And today's match, especially, I want to celebrate how TJ Deone brought the fight into this ring and his career. So I would like to thank him. And this is yes, you can expect me more in the future.
気になったのは、先ほどボブ・アラムさんと何やら話をされていま
Who's coming off
し
of
た。
the loss?
話せる範囲で何の話だったんでしょうか。
Not hating.
And saw you having a conversation with Bob Aaron. And if you can disclose something, you can tell. What did you tell him after the fight?
I told him it was another great performance.
Junto.
I understand he'll be coming back here to Tokyo to defend his title again at the end of the year. And then we're taking him to the United States for a big celebration in Las Vegas.
There you go.
He's
like, really? But against who?
放送配信をご覧の皆さん、会場の皆さんにこの先も見せて尚弥選手の言葉をください。
Lastly, please give Japanese fan and boxing fan around the world a message.
今日、会場に、ご来場いただいた皆様、そして、レミの、でご覧いただいている皆様、本当に、今日は応援ありがとうございました。
Junto doesn't go easy night
そ
night.
して、
Come on.
皆さんが、見に来てくれ
Junto
て
is、longer,
レミので、見
powerful,
てくれて、
dangerous.
僕はボクシングができるんだと、思っていますので、引き続き、期待して応援していただけたら嬉しいなと思
The
い
haters
ますの
won't
で、
give Inoue credit if
12
he
月
fights in the
楽しみにしてい
States.
てください。
Haters won't give Inoue credit regardless because they're haters. And that's just the way they are, right? They're going to find some way to be fucking critical and hateful. That's just reality. But thanks everyone for jumping in. I'm going to eat dinner since it's now 8 o'clock. So thank you everyone. I will see you later this week We got more boxing this weekend. Actually, we got some big fight cards happening this week as well. So I'll be talking about it moving forward. Make sure you jump in, join me. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks everyone for jumping in and enjoying a less than eventful Inoue fight. Not the best one to wake up for, but the previous fight was fucking great. See you next time. Peace out. Elmo says bye-bye.